Dear Jeevan women, happy Mother's Day to all, and we are thankful for all of you, and we are blessed to have you. So I'm just starting with some jokes. So it's the first one. The quickest way for a parent to get a child's attention is to sit down and look comfortable. When your children are teenagers, it's important to have a dog so that someone in the house is happy to see you. It just occurred to me that the majority of my diet is made up of food that my kid did not finish. Why don't kids understand that their nap is not for them but for us? It's not easy being a mom. If it were easy, fathers would do it. When your mother asks, "Do you want a piece of advice?" it is a mere formality. It doesn't matter if you answer it yes or no, you are going to get it anyway. My sister said once, anything I don't want mother to know, I don't even think of if she is in the room. There are 3 ways to get something done. Do it yourself, hire someone to do it, or ask your kids not to do it. I am very thankful to my mom and my mother-in-law. She is mother-in-law. Most of you know my mother-in-law also. So before my marriage, everything I learned so many things from mom. And after that, my mother-in-law was with us so many years. So she was very loving and caring and took care of us. And so what is this month's topic we are going through? Covenant. So last week we heard from Pastor about the covenant towards Noah, Adam, Abraham, Moses, and David. So today I just wanted to give you nuggets of women's covenant with God for their family and children are powerful and consequential. All of us here have powerful moms and mom figures in our life. Today, as we celebrate the women and moms in our life, let's look at some women because their covenants accomplished great things. The first one is about Hagar. Who is Hagar? Hagar is, she's Sarah's maidservant. She bore Ishmael. And Sarah was very jealous and asked Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. So they were sent to the wilderness, and then in the wilderness they could not find water. So Hagar cried out to the Lord, and she prayed and said, because she could not see Ishmael, he was very thirsty, and it's like they are about to die. But God answered her and gave her Beer Lehai Roi, a well of water. She named God El Rohi, the God who sees me. So she got a promise from God for her son that the Lord will bless Ishmael. The second one is about Ruth. Who is Ruth? So, because there was famine in Bethlehem, Elimelech, Naomi, and their 2 sons, they had to go to Moab. There, Ruth's son, Naomi's sons got married, and then after some time they both died. So they had, Ruth, Naomi, what she wanted to do, she wanted to go back to Bethlehem, heard that the famine was over, so they went back to Bethlehem. That time, she told their daughters-in-law that if you want to stay here, you can stay here, because they were Moabites. So she said, if you both want to stay here, you can stay. But Ruth said, no, I want to come with you because your God is my God and your country is my country. So she followed Naomi, and then both went to Bethlehem. There, Ruth got favor from Boaz, the close relative, and then they married, and then they had a son. He was Obed. Obed was like the great grandfather of David. So Ruth became the great grandmother of King David. So Ruth made a covenant with God, declaring to her mother-in-law, Naomi's God will be her God. And the third one is about Hannah. Who is Hannah? So Hannah and Elkanah, Elkanah had two wives, so Hannah was one of them. She could not have baby. So every time they used to go to temple, and then in the temple, one time she was very sad and she was crying, and then prayed to God and made a vow that if God gives her a child, she will give back to God and he will serve in the temple. So by God's grace, she conceived and she bore a son. His name was Samuel. And then as she promised to God, she sent him to, after some time, she, as she promised, she left him in the temple, and then he served the God. So he was the one, he became, after, when he became old, he was the judge and also the prophet and also a priest in Israel. So from these three women, we see that when they made covenant with God, God blessed them, and then